Bandmasters Championship here at the University of Memphis in the spectacular Liberty Bowl. And I've got a band director with me, Kresden Smith from the Covington High School Band. His band played earlier today. He's in the single A division. I was really impressed with your band. One of the things that amazed me about the single A bands is how each of the individual players is such an integral part of it, because with a large band you can kind of hide down in a lower section. But as I understand it, this is your first year with Covington, and it was a really very impressive display with all the music. Take Me to Mars was the name of your show. What's the experience been like coming in as a new band director? I mean, you're not a new band director, but this is a new school to you.
Actually, I am a new band
director.
Oh,
are you? Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Well, it's a win-win.
I was a hired gun band director for Arlington High School as a jazz director for about 4 years, but
Gotcha.
This is my first real show by myself. But repeat your question, if you would.
So what's that experience been like, sort of just jumping into the deep end? And
It's transitioning. There's been some struggles with the program for several years. They haven't had a consistent leader in the band director's job criteria. And so I'm stepping in, trying to rebuild a program, trying to keep it positive, fun, and exciting, which is why I chose the Bruno Mars pieces, so that it would be something they could relate to.
Right.
And I'm taking that and trying to shape the music, shape them as musicians, keep them on challenging music, but while at the same time trying to keep it engaging, so that I can continuously lift them up, so that next year when we walk into this again and they see that I'm stable and I'm not going anywhere, that we can raise that bar a little higher and we can do something a little more modern, if you will, as opposed to the pop music.
That's fantastic, and what a great influence that you're having on them. What sort of, do you have a good set of student leaders in place, or are you sort of having to cultivate that as well alongside it?
I am cultivating that, and unfortunately, because there's been such a lack of leadership, I'm kind of mainly taking that approach, or all of that burden on myself. And I appointed a drum major, and at this point I'm just trying to regroup, rebuild one brick at a time, to try and get them reestablished, trusting each other, because they can't really trust a leader. So because they can't trust a leader, they haven't been able to trust each other.
I see.
So I'm trying to exemplify the role of leadership, good character, making good decisions, practice habits, and basically I'm just trying to build community right now, while I'm trying to develop them musically at the same time. So it's a little bit of a counseling and a band director's position at the same time, because they've had a really, really hard run for quite a while.
Yeah.
And but there's a lot of good things happening.
That's fantastic.
And with a few more years, I'm very confident that this will be a very, very strong program.
I am too, after seeing what you've done in how many months? Two months. To do what you did is really a testament to you and what you've got going on there. What about the parent support? Do you have kind of a, what is that? Is it sort of everything across the board?
Yeah,
you don't get a lot of sleep, do you?
No, not really. My wife says I work really hard.
Introduce me to a band director. Yeah, that's right. They all do, right?
Yeah, but we're getting there. I've got some good parents. I do, and not to discredit any of them. But,
of course.
But
well, it's probably
it's
the
just
same
a rebuild.
thing.
It's just a rebuild. We got a lot of work to do.
Well, I tell you,
we're getting there.
I know we're preaching to the choir here with the audience that's watching this, but to hear you talk about the culture that you're building, the humans that you're trying to build, the leadership skills that you're trying to instill, the group, the team, all of that stuff is a real testament to you. I'm very impressed and excited for what is going to come out of your school with somebody like you in charge of it.
And I appreciate that. I walked into this and thought about it long and hard over the summer before I took the position. And I basically set the bar with an acronym of who we are. We're the Chargers. And so I made our acronym come here, accepting responsibility, go expecting results, which is an acronym of Chargers.
Right.
And that's just been our motto since day one. And I try to encourage in them the importance of being there on time, taking the responsibility to do the work they need to do. And if they do, we'll get the results that we need to get.
That's
that, plain and simple. There's no easy button. There's no sugarcoating it. It's just hard work, dedication, commitment, and passion.
Day after day.
If we can do it, we'll we'll get there.
Well, thank you so much for participating in this. It's stories like this that are so important and that we want to get out. Actually, speaking of which, I want to encourage you to do a thing. Jupiter is sponsoring a lot of today's event.
Sure.
And
yeah.
they've got a new campaign called Get Banded, and they want to hear stories just like you're telling right now. So we'll pass the word on to them, and they want to hear about what you're doing.
Well, I play a pro line silver-plated Jupiter tenor, and I love
fantastic.
It's my favorite horn.
There you go.
And I got several others that aren't Jupiters, but I love my tenor. In fact, I'm looking at some of my others to buy a complete silver-plated Jupiter line.
That's awesome.
And that's not a shameless plug. I'm not being paid for that. That's legitimate testimony there.
Well, thank you so much. Kresden Smith, Covington High School, thank you so much, and congratulations.